New York City, New York, Knicks. If the Knicks is in the Mecca, yeah, let me hear you give it up. The Knicks is in the Mecca, yeah, let me hear you give it up. The Knicks is in the Mecca, yeah, let me hear you give it up. The Knicks is in the Mecca, yeah, let me hear you give it up. We back, we back, we back, we back, we back. This is New York City, home of the Knicks, baby. Yeah, we back on track. The Mecca's going crazy. Rim rocking, shot blocking, ball. We are not stopping, aiming at that chip with a bullseye on the target. It's been so many years. That's how bad we really want it. From the city to the garden, we all be blue and orange, and everybody starving. Hell yeah, hungry for a ring. Got a team full of hungry hoopers all going in. We back. Oh yeah, we back. Let me hear you give it up. The Knicks is in the Mecca, yeah. Let me hear you give it up. The Knicks is in the Mecca, yeah. Let me hear you give it up. The Knicks is in the Mecca, yeah. Let me hear you give it up. The Knicks is in the Mecca, yeah. Let me hear you give it up. We back, we back, we back, we back, we back, we New York City, New York, Knicks. If the Knicks is in the Mecca, yeah, let me hear you give it up. The Knicks is in the Mecca, yeah, let me hear you give it up. The Knicks is in the Mecca, yeah, let me hear you give it up. The Knicks is in the Mecca, yeah, let me hear you give it up. We back, we back, we back, we back, we back, we back. This is New York City, home of the Knicks, baby. Yeah, we back on track. The Mecca's going crazy. Rim rocking, shot blocking, ball. We are not stopping, aiming at that chip with a bullseye on the target. It's been so many years. That's how bad we really want it. From the city to the garden, we all be blue and orange, and everybody starving. Hell yeah, hungry for a ring. Got a team full of hungry hoopers all going in. We back. Oh yeah.
Forbes and Phil's in the building. My God, what's good?
And I salute the new Knicks. Let's get it.
Shout out to the new Knicks.
The new Knicks, salute my guy.
The new Knicks, the organic podcast.
Uh-oh. Sounds like it's about to go down in here. Going down. New York City, NYC. Brooklyn, Staten in the Bronx. Manhattan, Queens, what you want? We want the Knicks. We want the Knicks. We want the Knicks. We want the Knicks. Brooklyn, Staten in the Bronx. Manhattan, Queens, what you want? We want the Knicks. We want the Knicks. We want the Knicks. We want the Knicks.
Brooklyn, Staten, and the Bronx.
In the Bronx,
Queens, what you want?
what you want?
The Knicks. We want the Knicks.
The Knicks.
Season 2, episode 6. I said episode 6 last time, but it was actually 5. We on 6 now. You know what I'm saying? The way my check-ins and savings is anyway. Long story. All right, so we see this one's 6 though, for sure. For sure. We on that one now. Season 2. All right. I'm back with my brother, the new Knicks. Talk to him, sir.
Salute to everybody. What's poppin'? What's poppin'? You know what I mean? Welcome home to the Organics Fanatics show. You know what I mean? Little delay because we was on a little promo run, waiting for the rest to see if they'll pop up or not. But for right now, it's me and the little Broham holding it down. D-Dubs, your boy Ill Phil, you know what I mean? Moon Knicks, Organic Podcast. Salute to the chat. Salute to everybody. Welcome home. Welcome back.
Salute to the live gang, replay gang, chat gang, everybody. We're back. We back at it. And we had a crazy week.
Word. By the way, Salty Sundays. Everybody raise your cup, your beer, your drink, whatever you doing, whatever you enjoying in there. Welcome to Saucy Sundays edition on the TOF.
Yeah, if you vegan, hold up that water you got, that nice hydrated, clean water, or if you saucy, whatever you get to get saucy with. We appreciate your guys' Saucy Sundays. Some of us gonna
be saucy on fruit punch.
Whatever it is that you drinking, you come at it. Well, we're gonna recap a couple of games. We had a long week. We have 3 games in 4 nights. So quite a bit. I mean, the Knicks they had some tired legs a little bit last night on a back-to-back. Yesterday's game, we played the New Orleans Pelicans, the Birds, Dirty Birdies. So we played New Orleans Pelicans. It was Rar J versus Zion. Welcome to Zion. I don't know. Well, we'll see. They did all right. We played a good game yesterday. That was the back-to-back game after playing Atlanta the night before. So it looked like some tired legs, but let's go into some of the stats that we had on there. Julius Randle had 10 points. He was minus 11. He had 8 turnovers, no steals in the game on there for him. He had 12 rebounds, 4 assists. He was 2 for 2 from the three-pointers, 0 of 5 from the three-pointers. That looks like maybe tired legs. 4 of 15 from the field. Tough game for him. He played 34 minutes. That's about his season average in minutes. I think he's still getting into game shape, trying to get into that game shape still. What were some of your thoughts on that those stats, or how we played yesterday against Zion and the Pelicans for Randall?
Well, I mean, individually, as a whole, like you said, it was a back-to-back. That's what Machete was saying in the chat earlier today. It was a back-to-back. Guys was tired. And, I think they played real sloppy, a lot of turnovers. We were shooting trash from the 3. I think RJ did great. I think RJ has used the momentum of FIBA and propelled himself into a leader, and he's exhibiting that on the court. He's doing it by his actions. And you see the results of that. I think RJ held us down pretty well, and the rest of the teams, it's been they're looking a little lost. I thought bringing everybody back, but it was the Pelicans. Let me stay to the topic. It was the Pelicans. They've been playing together for, I want to say, 5 years. So I think in totality, we got about 3 years in, including Grimes. So they have more chemistry. Their team is a tall team, besides Mitch and Randall. From then on, everybody's undersized, let's say. And that's a topic that 2 shots bring up, that I bring up. We are pretty small. And, what can you say? It's Ingram. Ingram was picking us apart. Zion was bullying us, getting whatever he wanted. But I think we could have played better.
I agree. RJ was our starters were basically minus everybody. Everybody was in the plus minus. They were negative.
Yeah.
RJ had 18 points. He had 3 turnovers. He did have a block. He did have 2 assists, no steals. He had 6 rebounds, so his rebounds was good on there. He was 3 or 4 from the free throw, which everybody was asking, is he going to get more efficient from threes?
90%.
So that's really good, 3 or 4. He was 1 of 6 from 3, so he was off there, but he was 7 of 16 from the field, 30 minutes, so he did all right. He's been so far one of, if not the most consistent. Brunson had 14 points. He was minus 9. He had 1 turnover, no steals, no blocks. He had 5 assists. Sorry if I'm looking crazy. He had 5 assists, 3 rebounds, Brunson was 5 of 6 from the free throw, so that was good. He was 1 of 5 from 3, so he was off also. 4 of 16 from the field goal, 31 minutes. So it was a tough game. Grimes was 5 points, -1.
You all right?
I was looking at Grimes' stats.
You drinking?
I need a drink after I keep looking at my boy Grimes. I mean, Grimes is pushing me to drink. I don't drink no more, but he's making me get saucy on this Sunday. I need a sip on some scissor after looking at his Stizzats was Wizak. He had 5 points, no blocks, 2 steals. I mean, I give it to him on the rebound. He had 2 blocks, 1 assist.
Grimes was playing horrible, man.
1 of 6 from the 3-pointer, 2 of 9 from the field goal, and he played 27 minutes. So he got 15 shots, and he only hit 3 out of 15 overall in general in 27 minutes. So he's getting minutes, he's getting decent touches. A couple of them again every game. He has open shots that nobody's defending him, and he's not sinking those. I understand challenge shots, I understand under pressure, but he's missing a lot of open shots. I get the tired legs. We played a tough game. He's guarding a lot of the best players. I'm still giving him that, but the open shots, almost inexcusable for me at that point. So tough game yesterday. Zion did pretty good. I seen plays where Randall was guarding him pretty good. He had a couple of good plays, but overall Mitch blocked him out the game. They played him pretty good. Let me see. So I think we did pretty good overall for him. You're looking at Zion Williams had 24 points. Well, damn, we said we did good against him when he got 24 points. Brandon Ingram had 26. Herb Jones, who played really good, he was guarding Brunson, which was a tough night for Brunson. Brunson has this other player who's probably 6'8", guarding him, 6'6". Some a tall player, had 10 points. Valanciunas had 8, who Machete loves Valanciunas. And CJ McCollum only had 12 points, and Grimes was guarding him on and off. I'll give it to him. So they had a good game overall. It's hard to play 3 tough teams, 3 potential playoff teams back to back at 100% with energy. So I was again, even with that, we came back in the third quarter. We played good. We were within 6 in the third quarter. And I think the key to that game yesterday was turnovers. We were making a lot of mental mistakes. IQ was not IQ. IQ was off yesterday. IQ only had 10 points. He was -12. DiVincenzo only had 5 points. So, I mean, all our players, Josh Hart had 3 points. He had his traditional 10 rebounds, so he did good on the rebound part. So he was off. I mean, most of our players were off yesterday. Looked like tired legs. I'm surprised the bench didn't play much better. Josh Hart should have gave a whole lot more. I don't know what was up with him, but he's been.
I mean, we do have to take into consideration that the Pelicans, like I said, they have more years together. Second of all, they're a tall team, and third of all, they had about 2 days rest. So it was their first home game opener. So they came out, how they came out.
Yeah, they came out ready.
I don't think we did that bad, coming back, but Brunson was off. Who wasn't off?
We can blame that on tired legs because we played 3 teams that are essentially playoff teams. And they was ready. These are playoff teams. Boston was ready to go off the rip. They played us at the Garden with everything. We played as best we could with them, which we'll get to that later. We played Atlanta, who was ready to go. That's one of our nemesis. There's always a storyline with Atlanta. And then you come with Zion. This is first game back after last year. You said it. They were rested. This was their game opener. All of them were ready. Ingram was ready after that Team USA. Mad because they started Josh Hart over him. So, I mean, they came ready to play. They were still missing some players. But at a back-to-back, it's a tough thing to ask. And even that, we still came back. Our turnovers killed us in free throws. Even with that, we could have won the game. So that's still something to say for the team overall. So, I liked it. I like what we did. I was steaming. I was watching the game yesterday with Raw Hebrew. We were at the crib watching it. And
Nice.
yo, Jalen, I love our team, and I'm gonna talk to them as if they my brothers, like my kids. Like, I love and support you, but if you're wrong, you're wrong. Yo, Jalen Brunson, bro. Mitchell Robinson is your friend. He's wearing the same jersey you're wearing. It's not a different color. It's the same jersey.
Bro.
Pick and roll. Alley-oop. I was heated. Raul was laughing at me because I wouldn't let it go. I was like a dog on a bone with Jalen Brunson not passing a Mitch. Go ahead.
Bro, I'm doing this to hold my head up and try to think, why the hell is there no chemistry between? Oh man, it's a little frustrating. It is a little frustrating, but listen, on the back-to-back, I mean, look, I definitely agree with you. The schedule is suspect. I mean, they always throwing us like boulders off the top of the mountains just to see if we could survive it or if it could cripple us somehow. But the NBA has a certain thing going on with the Knicks that is a little suspect to me. But yeah, I mean, it's not like I work a trade, right? So it's not like I could go into work today and have something going on and bust my ass all day for 8, 4, 10, 12 hours a day and then be like, I don't want to go to work tomorrow. I'm going to take it light because, I did it light yesterday, so I don't know if I want to go all out at work today. Maybe I'll work 1 hour. I mean, it's basketball, my guy. Like, I understand they're tired, but they play for a living. They play 48 minutes. It's not like we're saying, yo, play a freaking marathon 4 hours. Yeah, I mean? Like, come on, bro. You should be able to secure a back-to-back win.
Yeah. I mean, it's definitely something.
In my opinion, I don't want to be too harsh. You know what I mean? But you can, like Mike's like, oh, they landed at 1 a.m. You know what I mean? It's not like they landed at 1 a.m. and then had to play the Pelicans at fucking 8:30 in the morning. You know what I mean? Like, come on, there's plenty of time to rest. These niggas is millionaires. They can have a masseuse right off the plane, massage your pain away. Yeah, I mean, there's plenty of solutions for whatever the excuses are. Like, come on, put your money to work. Put your money to work.
You got to perform. Everybody want the bag. Everybody got the bag. Everybody got their payday. Now you got to play, eh?
Utilize it. Utilize it right.
Yo.
Have a masseuse, an acupuncture nigga, some nigga from Japan, from the Buddha Monks Mountain. Get some Switzerland deep tissue massage. I don't want to say the B word, female, yeah, I mean, because nobody's gonna, yeah, I mean, I don't know.
Or go to LeBron's doctor.
Put the money to work, bro. Like, we should win a back-to-back.
And yo, Mitchell Robinson, 10 offensive rebounds. The man was a juggernaut. He gives you guys 10 extra possessions, and you can't find this guy on lobs. I don't understand. You can't find him on lobs. You're setting a pick and roll with him. They double.
I seen Mitch drive, like, right when he passes that free throw line, he's already lifting his hand. I seen him open at least 2, 3, 4 times. Like, there's no visuals on Mitch. Maybe we should get Mike's watch the ops binocular and give them to our guards so maybe they could see. I mean, I thought we had players with high IQ. A high IQ is going to tell you, let's go with option number 1, pick and roll to death, and then go into other options. Like, I don't understand it.
I don't get it either, man. We got high caliber point guards. That's something we need to address. I mean, and even when you're looking at the game from what we had here, we had terrible on assists. I want to say we had like 17 total assists. Not even that. I'll tell you right now. Hold on. On assists. Assists, we had 19 assists, which is not enough. Definitely not enough. Exactly. 19 assists. Is that you, Amanda? Who's that? Oh, probably me. Sorry, outside. Me. Sorry, my bad. But we only had 19 assists. We had a lot of turnovers. I mean, that was crazy. We had 18 turnovers. That killed us in the game. Tired legs, just not focused. That was a bad game. We'll let it roll off the top. Even with that, I like the fact, for the positive aspect of it, we fought back even with 18 turnovers, with only 19 assists. We still came back within 6. But another glaring thing in this game that was terrible was the refereeing. The refereeing was disgusting. Randall was getting bodied, butchered, slapped up. RJ, Brunson, when do you see Brunson get a technical talking to a ref because he's not getting a call? Never. The refereeing was absolutely...
Bro, and it's been happening, since the Boston game. FMA.
Yo, while you doing that, yo, you ready? Good. You're on mute. Yeah, so the refereeing was disgusting. And I want to give a shout out to Julius Randle for keeping his composure in 3 games with terrible refereeing. He was getting bodied and bullied. He was getting triple teamed, slapped in the arm by Herb Jones, going up with no call. He got pushed to the ground with Zion with no call. And for him to keep his composure, we talk a lot about him losing his composure.
Definitely.
You got to give props. In all these games, you ain't hear none of him getting in the referee's face. You ain't see him get at any of his teammates for trying to stop him for talking. So when we give props over here. Yes, people have some off games, but the fact that he kept his composure, hasn't complained, and he was getting chopped. I thought
the referees, my bad. Back to my point, those referees been horrible since the Celtics game. Like I don't know what it is. They see Brunson go for the 3. This guy undercuts him, but Jalen Brunson lands on his foot. Yeah, I mean, I know we talking about Pelicans, but I mean, it's been happening. It's too consistent. It's too consistent. The non-calls and the bullshit calls have been too consistent from the referees. Like I am a conspiracy theorist, but Jesus, I mean, guys, like throw one in there, balance it out, because I mean, you guys are exposing yourselves.
You make it less obvious that you guys are hacking, controlling the game, bro. A little less obvious. Those
definitely ridiculous.
Bro, Jalen Brunson, they did the same thing to him last time. He landed in the Pelicans game too. He went for a 3, landed on the foot. I believe it was Herb Jones that was guarding him. No call. That's why he was getting the tech. He gave a tech. He's like, bro, I just want one. Make one call. He went in with 2 players, fouled him on the drive, fell down. They bodied him, no call. And he looked at the ref. He was like, just one call. Let me just get one. Crazy call. So that was a crazy call. The fact that they had...
But I mean, I do understand the refs have definitely it's been horrible officiating, but that still has no excuse for the turnovers that these guys been committing. I mean,
missing your free throws.
Missing free throws. We lost probably 2 of those games because of free throws. And like you said, if Mitch is executing 10 rebounds, guys, I don't know what the hell's up. I mean, I thought we were coming back with some consistency, camaraderie, like Mike says. Camaraderie. I don't know. I really don't understand. You know, I know RJ is doing this thing. You can see what he's been working on is working. IQ did great versus Atlanta, but he was kind of off in the Pelicans game. Don't know what was going on with him.
I see, and also with him too. Him and Brunson. I think they're trying to get themselves going. That's understandable to a certain extent, but they're pounding the air out of the ball. There's been too many plays that they're just doing too much, 8 to 10 seconds dribbling, and that's why. And then they call Mitch for the pick and roll, and then they get double team off that pick and roll after they done burnt out 10 to 12 seconds. They double team. Mitch is open for the run, and they don't go to him. They go try to force something else. But we'll move on. I'll let it go. That was my rant. That was my rant for the Pelicans game.
But yeah, I know it's the third game. But in reality, this has been happening since preseason. So you can say about 7, 8 games.
Even some from last year.
It's been non-consistency. So I don't know what's going on in practice. I mean, basketball is a basic game. Yeah, I don't know.
So, I mean, it's something that the passing, the ball movement, and what Mitch has been complaining about, not being involved. He wasn't saying that, he's not asking to shoot a 3, which props to Randall. Salute to Randall again. Randall found him where, I don't know if you saw that, where he caught it and Mitch did a little finger roll to the basket. That was He included him. He found them. Salute to Randall finding players even when he didn't have it going, even when they're double teaming. He had 9 assists the previous game, which we'll get to now, but overall, he's still looking for his players. I don't think he's in game shape. I still don't think he's where he normally is, but salute to him for trying and getting into the rhythm on there. But he found Mitch for the nice little finger roll layup. I didn't even know Mitch had that in his bag. A little finger roll. I thought he was going to wham it, but he did the little right in front of the glass. I was feeling that.
Shout out to Mitch. He's not complaining. He's doing his job. Yeah, I mean, and he could tweak his defense a little bit. You know, I saw him slipping up a lot, here and there, but he's the anchor. Yeah, I mean, he does what the anchor does.
Hey, he got 2 blocks and a steal, and for the 3 games, Mitchell Robinson is averaging 2 blocks a game. If he averages 2 blocks a game, that gets him in the DPOY, Defensive Player of the Year category.
Well, I mean, 2 blocks.
Yeah,
I would like to see 4.
Oh my, it's 2.
Bro, it's not that hard. If that's what you fought, bro, he was. What was he averaging his first year, his second year?
No, the defensive.
I don't know, but
the DPOY last year was averaging just under 2 blocks a game, or right around 2 blocks.
But that's what I mean. Tweak is on his defense. His timing could be a little better to, execute, because when Zion was going in, instead of Mitchell jumping a step before him and give him an umbrella coverage, before Zion jumps, they trying to jump at the same time. So his timing could be a little bit better how it was in year 1 and 2. Like, he was like anticipating those blocks way better. So I think he could step his game up. I mean, I'm not saying he's doing great on the offensive boards. I mean, let's keep the focus at hand. Offensive rebounds, defensive rebound, and blocks. That, I mean, and let's see if these point guards could get in control and set them up with some pick and rolls.
And I think he could if he doesn't have to do so much help defense. If he doesn't have to help his other people who are slipping on their defense themselves. If he's not helping out, on the other players, he can help his timing. So
a lot of people were missing their defensive assignments. I seen a lot of wide open threes. I seen 2 people following one guy. I mean.
Yep. Some getting burned on the plays on the inside. So I'm gonna give this one to back a very good playoff type team. Zion is a tough cover, tough to scheme and defend. Make a defensive plan around him. turnovers killed us. So even with all as bad as what we are, we're Knicks fans. We watch our team. We know our team. We know their capability. So if we're hard on them because we know what they're capable of doing. So even with all that, we had a chance to win the game or to at least compete to win the game. So on that,
who had a lot to do with that was iHeart. I want to shout out to iHeart. He was hustling pretty good, you know what I mean, when Mitch was getting into foul trouble, you know what I mean, and everybody, you know what I mean, it was a good comeback. It was definitely a good comeback to get it at least down to 6.
Yeah, I agree. Grimes, 2 games. Grimes really got to step up. You can't get 27 minutes. You can't get 14 shots. Could you get more? Fine. I know Raw and other people were like, give him more shots, and I agree, give him more shots. But if you have 14 shots and you made 15 shots and you made 3, it's not you're not getting touches.
A majority of those were wide open. I've seen them. I've seen Julius give him a wide open pass. Miss. Isn't he our sharpshooter? Ain't he the sniper that we're supposed to, like, I do not. He's so focused on driving and slashing that he's going away from his bread and butter, which is, nigga, we bring you in here to play D and be a shooter. Our shooting is not up there. Like, our turnovers have been, we went 14 one game. I think we had about 16 yesterday. Like, I don't know.
You got to be consistent. This is year 3, so it's not like he's a rookie. I get it. He's playing starter in the hard, but that's what you signed up for. That's what you came into the league for, to be this dude and be who you are. You've done the practice. You got to hit the open jumpers. I get it. You're playing a tough player, but we're talking about wide open shots. Those are the ones that kill me. If it's contested, you've been playing 38 minutes. He needs some saucy Sunday.
Talking about RJ makes me reach for the cup. It definitely does, because
really,
bro, listen, I understand you want to learn from JJ Redick and Penny and adding a little slashing to your bag. Yeah, I understand that you want to, but if you're gonna get better in these things and subtract from your shooting, I'd rather you put all that extra shit on pause and get back to shooting. Like the first game you played for us, you shot 6-7 threes. Like, let's get back into focus. You know what I mean? And on top of that, if we didn't trade you for Donovan Mitchell, right? If we didn't trade you, shouldn't you be playing at, like, don't try to mimic Mitch and with the driving, but at least start elevating, bro. Let's go. I mean, I see a decline, and this is year 3.
Yep. So it's still early, but it's time to set off the alarms. Like, it's time to go. 3 games in, tough team.
But it's been going on since. I mean, I know it's 3, but look at preseason. I'm looking at the whole, like, everything.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's not just the 3rd game. They've been doing this shit since preseason, and it's looking horrible. We bring in DiVincenzo because of the chemistry, yeah, I mean, the unity and all of that shit, but it's not looking that way at this moment.
Yeah. So
there's Mike.
Yeah. So it's just us today. So that, I'm looking for some adjustments. I still got hopes for him. It's still early, but this is how it's going to be. This first half, these first 3 games that we played, it's equivalent to playoffs. You're playing tough teams, ready for the playoffs. You played it. You had some run with the FIBA team. You play good defense. You've had some experience. So it's not like you just playing cold turkey like Randall. Randall pretty much cold turkey. Didn't play his normal stuff all season. Has surgery. He's trying to get into game shape. So I'm giving him the pass on that. He's the only one that's not really ain't have major activity. He's coming from a surgery. Go ahead.
Go ahead.
No,
Sorry.
I'm just saying for Grimes, you played some FIBA, you played with good talent, you've had some training. Whatever your shots, if you're shooting 500 shots, you need to shoot 2,000. It's time to ramp up your shooting, whatever you're doing, to 2,000.
Yeah, at least get 2,000 a day. Yeah, I mean, get at the minimum. And on top of that, I'm gonna give Brunson a pass. I'm gonna kind of give Hart a pass because of the fact that they had a full summer schedule and barely had time off. So I mean, he had FIBA. He had his marriage, you know what I mean? He had a lot of things going on. I know it's life, but I must say that he's a little tired, from the rigorous summer he had. So, and if that's the case, fucking start him 5 minutes and let Quick jump in there.
And
Let Quickly jump in there.
Quick wasn't doing that great either. I'm almost ready to just say give. I would like to see Deuce get 5 minutes a game. You throw Deuce in there when these dudes are struggling or they need that burn or it's too much or they tired or take them out. Put Deuce in there. But I'm gonna let it slide. I'm not gonna get too crazy. But Brunson, Mitch is the homie. Mitch is a friend. Find the guy on 2 lobs. All we're asking is 2 lobs again. You got one in New Orleans. I'll give it to you early in the first quarter. After that, it disappeared. If you use
who got 2 lobs?
No, I said I'm asking for 2 lobs from Mitch and from Brunson to Mitch. He gave him one.
I thought you said he got 2 lobs in the first quarter.
No, he gave him 1 in the first quarter. After that, it didn't happen for the rest of the game. And if he uses Mitchell Robinson, that alleviates a double for him because he's always getting double. They're going to double him. If you use him as a weapon. So reward the big man. He got you 10 extra offensive rebounds. Reward the big man, bro. That's all I'm saying.
Bro, I mean,
that's my
all right, if you're a student of the game, right, as I think Brunson is, you should know your weapons, right? And as being the captain of the team and being that type of player that we give him the credit of being, you should know the weapons that you have and how to utilize those weapons to the correct form. So you should be studying the greats that had a big, you know what I mean? Like how Chris Paul was utilizing Lob City. You know what I mean?
But according to Sports Fan Pronto, 2 shots saying
how Nash was giving it up to Stoudemire. You feel what I'm saying? You got to look at the greats, and I mean, I don't know. I don't know what's going on. Serious.
Well, that's something that I think he needs to develop that or work on, because they say you can't teach that. I don't know. You can teach court vision. That's my opinion. But in order for him to get to that all-star level, to get to that tier for a super max, I need to see 10 assists or average up there. And Mitch is an easy solution to that. You got to include the big man. You got to make them dominant on it. Let's go to the next. Any final thoughts on that New Orleans game? I'm going to go into Atlanta.
It's pretty signed, sealed, and delivered. Yeah, I mean,
water under the bridge. We need the takeaways on that: turnovers, free throws, and find the big man. That's what I got.
And assists. We're not playing team ball at all.
Mitch, find Mitch. That three of those would have got us maybe 22 assists a game if we had 3 more to Mitch. But I digress. Now let's go to the Atlanta game. The Atlanta game was good. The Atlanta game was coming off a L to Boston, which we'll talk about that in a second. But the Atlanta game, we were up and ready for. We played in Atlanta. That's our nemesis. We got the villain, the leprechaun out there. So we played really good there. So the Atlanta Hawks played pretty well. DeAndre Hunter, came right after RJ. He was the number 4 pick behind RJ. He had a good game. He had 27 points. Watching the out. So they played pretty good out there. Trae Young only had 18 points. He was -5, but he still got 12 assists. The dude always gets 10 assists or better. So he was out there. Our team players, Brunson had a good game. Brunson had 31 points. He was plus 13. He had only 1 turnover, which he's typically low on turnovers. 5 assists. He was averaging 8 last year. He's down to about 5. 3 rebounds. He was 8 of 12, 11 of 21 from the field goal. So he had 8 3-pointers, which was huge for Brunson. Big game for the 3-pointers, 1 of 2 from the free throw. That's only 50%. RJ had 26 points. He had no blocks, 1 steal. He had 6 assists against them, 3 rebounds. He was 5 of 6 from the free throw, so he was close to 90% from the free throw, which everybody was asking for RJ to get to the free throw. He's getting 6 shot attempts, so each game, he wasn't getting them before, but he's getting a lot of shot attempts. That's going to get him to all-star-ish level and about 23 points a game. So they played really good so far. What were your thoughts on at least Brunson in this game? RJ had 26. Randall had 17. He was positive 7. He had 9 assists that game. He had 12 rebounds. So he had a double-double, 10 defensive rebounds, 2 offensive. So that game was really good for us in the Atlanta. Any takeaways, or what did you see in the Atlanta game that you had you thought?
I mean, I think it was a great battle and a great game from tip-off to the last buzzer. Yeah, I mean, we definitely played a little more solid and a little more consistent against Atlanta. Jalen Brunson came out on fire. Yeah, I mean, lighting it up. RJ as well. You see his decision-making has elevated. Whether he should stop, his game is elevated, shooting mid-range, driving when he needs to drive, and, he has a lot in his mentality to find Mitch a lot. But, the whole team did great. It was definitely a good battle. The team did good all the way through. At the end, we kind of fell off, and Randall saved the game. I'm gonna give it a Randall. Randall definitely sealed the game because, boy, the last 2-3 minutes of that game, I mean, it was kind of messy. It was.
I agree. What I did like is the fight in us. That for the 3 games, the one consistency that I can see that I like about our team is that we fight back. No matter how it looks, which is huge. That's going to be played big in the playoffs, no matter how much we've been down.
That's a fact.
Where the game was, we were fighting back each and every time. Every time Atlanta made a run, we always countered. DiVincenzo was making counter. I think when Trae Young hit that half-court shot or close to half-court on that logo, the very next play, DiVincenzo hit almost a logo shot to let him know I could do that too, and that's someone coming off the bench. So DiVincenzo played a great game. He had 16 points. He had 3 rebounds on there, 1 steal, 1 block. He did have 2 turnovers, but he was 6 of 10 from the field, 3 of 5 from 3-pointers. So he showed out. That was his welcome to New York game. So he played a very good, excellent game on there. The team played very good. That game, we won it, and we won pretty much from tip to tip, from the beginning to the end for the most part, and that was a short rotation. Tibbs played his starters pretty much heavy on that. Randall played 34 minutes. Mitchell Robinson played 38 minutes. And one thing that no one's talking about, we got to give props. Mitchell Robinson has not been in foul trouble in any game. He only had 1 foul against Atlanta.
Salute.
Yo, Mitch, you got to get props. He's changed.
I think Mike said Mitch got the game ball.
Did he get the game ball? I didn't catch it.
I can't remember. I can't recall it because I'm on YouTube right now. But I think on the chat, I think Mike said Mitch got the game ball. I'm not 1,000% on that, but Machete could.
I mean, if that should be the case, he had 7 points, 4 blocks, 4 steals. He even had he had 13 rebounds, 7 defensive, 6 offensive. He was 3 of 4 from the free throw line, which is unheard of. So he only missed
telling
one. So at 38 minutes,
Yeah.
which is incredible. He stayed on the floor, which has always been a thing that we wondered. If Mitch can stay on the floor, if he can stay out of foul trouble, what would he do? 38 minutes. He almost played the entire game with one
Hey,
foul.
I got a theory. I got a theory on that. I think Mitch has been hanging out in Dykeman, eating some plátano. You know what I mean?
Hey.
So yeah, he definitely got some. He definitely got his game going. I told you, 4 blocks. That's what he should be averaging, bro. He should be averaging 4 better. You know what I mean? If he could get a triple double with blocks, that'll be butters.
I mean, he can get up there. We just have to assist him and make sure we get him involved in the game. I mean, he was in a zone. He was getting Randall had 9 assists. A couple of them were to Mitch. Everyone's going to want to play good if you involve him in it. RJ finds him all the time. Randall found him. If we can just get our star point guard to get into that type of rhythm.
Yeah, I agree with you, but IQ as well played very, very well coming off that bench. How many points did IQ have for that game? Because I think he lit it up.
He did good. He was actually -3, but he played 11 points. He played 24 minutes. He was off that game though. He did.
All right. I must have been confusing it with the Celtics game.
It definitely was a Celtics game. He was off that game. Okay. He had 20 played 24 minutes. He was 4 of 14, so he was chucking up a lot of shots. He was 1 of 9 for 3, so it wasn't good this game. He was 2 for 2 from the free throw. He did have 6 rebounds. They were all defensive. He did have 6 assists, so he was doing the other things to help the team win. He had 1 steal. He had 4 turnovers too. So some of those he was forcing turnovers, forcing passes, taking too many shots. He had 11, and I know he's trying to get into the game. He's trying to find his rhythm. So this is what he does early, which is all right to get in there, but he has to learn to do it with the flow of the game. I think he's trying to force a little too much. He got the contract pressure. He says it's not on there.
I mean, I'm thinking he's getting that energy from the starters because the starters was playing that same way.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Yeah, I mean, not in the Atlanta game, but like I said, the chemistry just doesn't look right from a complete team coming back. We just added 1 piece. We subtracted 1 piece, so it should have been plug and play or plug and almost play. You know what I mean? So it's definitely, we did good. We fought. We definitely been fighting, which every one of our players, from starters to bench players, are definitely dogs. So we got the fight. Now, if we could just get the offensive chemistry a little bit better, maybe, because on a lot of the interviews and post games and stuff, you've been hearing that the team wants to play a little faster. I don't know if that has anything to do with them not, probably overthinking certain things, but
and I mean, you've seen it. You've seen it in the game. You've seen
too many turnovers. Too many turnovers. It looks unnormal.
But I agree with you there because we're trying something new that we've never done, which the fans been asking for. The NBA for the most part, fast pace for us instead of Randall dribbling at the ball. Props to Randall again, letting go of the ball early, passing the rock to DiVincenzo, whoever's up the court.
Yeah,
up the court and pass. So I got to give props to him on that. We give him a lot of slack that he's holding over dribbling, slowing the pace down. You got to give the props on the counter of that. He's been finding the
I mean, he's finding it, but there's still a baby roller coaster. You know what I mean? Instead of, you know what I mean? But yeah, he's definitely elevated his mental aspect of the game, like you said, because the referee's been horrible all 3 games. So I definitely agree that, he's definitely seeing the game with a bigger, broad view. You feel what I'm saying? You definitely see his assists, him looking for the other players, trying to get, everybody involved.
And the word that you're probably looking for that a lot of people don't like using with him, he's being smart. He's thinking, he's cerebral in the game. He's thinking more. He's looking for the player. I mean, to have 9 assists in this game, he's looking for that. That's not ones that people messed up the pass.
Yeah, exactly. That's another thing. A lot of them are not executing because I'm pretty sure, like what you was just about to say, I'm pretty sure his shit will be up.
If Grimes would have hit some of them shots, because Grimes only has 6 points, it was positive 8, and a lot of positive is what he contributes on the defensive side. And we're not being hard on him because we want him trading on that. We want the best for our players, but at the same time, we got to be accountable for everybody. Just like everybody gets the grief, RJ in the trades, the IQs, everybody else got to step up. Grimes on this game only had 6 points. Yeah, 1 turnover, no blocks, no steals. So you can't say he's doing great.
How many minutes?
He played 25 minutes. He was 2 of 6 from the field, 2 of 5 from 3, 0 for 0 on the free throw. So he didn't get to the line. He had 1 rebound, no steals and no blocks. So you can't say he's doing great on defense. He's affecting defense. He is, but no steals, no blocks on there, and only 6 points. And you had 25 minutes. You had 11 shots. Yes, you want more shots, but again, just like in that game, so a lot of these were open. Randall found them open. Missed some shots. So Randall could have been higher in assists on there, at least a double digits in assists for Randall. So 2 games where Grimes is so-so, we need consistency from him. So consistent shooting, I would hope he can rebound. If he can average 12 points, that's what I was looking for him to average. If he can get to 12 a game, that'll be a successful recipe. And even in these 2 losses we're talking about, Randall hasn't been Randall. Again, he's trying to get in the game shape, coming up to surgery. If Randall even got 30 points, 20 points, or anything like that, we having a different conversation on these losses.
But like we was talking about, he is trying to get more of the mental game in there, because if you're comparing Randall from the little previews we got within these last games, compared to last year's Randall had to go off in the first quarter for at least 15, he had to have a high number, and then the rest of the team was getting into, you feel what I'm saying? So it's not looking like that this year. He's looking for the open man, so he's trying to, I think he's trying to get the aspect of, team ball. So that's going to subtract from his offensive power. And on top of that, when you're going up against players like Zion and a lot of these young cats, he just got to do what he did last year, but elevate it.
Yep. Huge game for Jalen Brunson. Jalen Brunson, Captain Clutch, he played great offensively. And I know he's trying to get into his rhythm. He's trying to get into his bag and get into what he normally does, the 30-plus. And we definitely know he got that in the bag. We definitely know you can do it. Maybe he's just trying to get into a rhythm. But in order for you to be successful or take it to that next level, it has to be including the others in the game. We know you can give us 30. You can give us 30 on one leg. You showed it. You gave us 40 on one leg. You know what I'm saying? So we know you got that in the bag. Get the others involved. That's all I want from him and IQ. We know you guys can do it. We know you're capable of it. But if we can get triple-double IQ, I'd rather have a triple-double IQ with 14 points, 10 rebounds, 10 assists than a 30-point IQ. And I love 40-point IQ.
And the same goes for Brunson.
Exactly. If you can get 10 assists if you can get 20 and 10 from Brunson, 20 points and 10 assists, that's good. the teams aren't going to know how to scheme against us. They're not going to know how to scheme against us. So when we do have that one game that we need you to get 30 or 40, we know you could. Then you do what you got to do. But if you get people worrying about, is he finding Mitch? Is Grimes hitting his shot? That they're finding Grimes. That you can spread out. RJ's doing what he's doing. RJ came straight from FIBA, and he's claiming his joint. RJ came out taking everybody prisoner. RJ 3 games straight, 3 games bully ball.
And he came with a swag. He came with his FIBA swag. It carried over. Yeah, I mean, as with Brunson and Hart, they look a little tired. Yeah, I mean, and probably a step behind on things. You know, Hart second guessing, Brunson not, you know, executing to his highest standard. Yeah, I mean, but it is what it is. We play.
We got Bronzeman Barrett, Bronzeman, Mr. Metal Man. Boy got his medal. He's stunting out there.
I like that, Bronzeman Barrett.
Bronzeman Barrett. Hey, he looks like he's showing. Is it true? Is he better than the other ones, than USA? I mean, he came out, and they had a harder schedule. They had a harder schedule than Team USA. He played bully ball, played heavy minutes, and he came out and says,
But you see the difference between Barrett and the rest of them, which I'm gonna agree with Wally and SNY. RJ does look like he's having fun with it. Yeah, I mean, he's playing. Yeah, I mean, he's playing like he's happy. You feel what I'm saying? Just having fun with it and letting things come to him, and you know, just honing to your skills. Yeah, I mean, and I think that's what he's doing this year. You can see, like I said, his decision making is getting a lot better, and he's definitely been holding us down.
I agree with that. I appreciate that. I agree with that take too from you and Wally. And he looks, not only is he having fun, but I think he's finally confident. Like he's not thinking out there. As you're saying, he's having fun, but he's not thinking. He's letting his practice, whatever he's practicing, is coming in the game. How he's practicing, you can see that's how he's doing it in the game. So he's got to be bullying these dudes in practice too. Because if he's doing that, and you see Julius Randle throwing it to him, like he already knows what RJ's going to do when he's running in the lane. He already knows what RJ's going to do from that corner because he's seen him put in the work, and he's trusting his teammate to get to that. So RJ is playing some bully ball. He's doing this thing in all 3 games. So I'm happy. That game was a phenomenal game. Atlanta game was great. It showed what our team can do throughout 4 quarters when they trust each other, play with within the system of what Tibbs is doing. Everybody played a great game. Mitch, as you said, had the game ball. I'm shocked by 38 minutes. I don't think I've ever seen a game. I don't think he's ever played 38 minutes, if I'm recalling correct. I don't ever see Mitch. I don't think I've ever seen him over 30 minutes. Maybe 30 minutes is probably the most, but 38 minutes and 1 foul, huge. The last 2 games he's been 11 fouls. He's been on the court. Normally you'd see him with 3-4 fouls that he can't stay on the court. We had to pull him out, especially last year.
Defensive player of the year. It's coming. It's coming. I mean, like I said, there's a lot of ears that's on in the Knicks organization that's tapped in, and I think is getting back to him. You know what I mean? He's definitely going. Hopefully, he's going for that defensive player of the year.
Averaging 2 blocks a game, close to double digits in offensive rebound. He's definitely going to be number 1 in offensive rebounds this year. So phenomenal game. I love the fight. I love the fact that every time Atlanta kept coming back, we always had something to counter with. We always had a big shot. Somebody else stepped up. IQ hit a shot. DiVincenzo hit a shot. DiVincenzo had a couple of steals. He had 1 block and a steal. He was a pest. He was in the lanes. I'm liking the way he moves off the ball. If you watch him, he looks Steph Curry-ish. Not Steph Curry, not by far. But you can see he learned from him. He saw what he was doing in practice. How do you come around that screen? How do you do the fake? You can see him. He's moving off the screen and playing So I'm feeling that how he's playing.
Yeah, he definitely on the defensive end, you could definitely see, like, all right, in playing defense, anticipation is probably 50% of the mental aspect of the game. Yeah, I mean, it's like the ball goes up and down. You have to dribble it. So when you anticipate those dribbles and that timing correctly, I mean, I'm loving it from DiVincenzo. He definitely learned from Curry, but he's definitely a defensive student. Yeah, I mean,
What's that name you call
defense Chenzo.
him? Dante Defense Chenzo. That's the name.
Yeah,
Win that one always. Coming over.
yeah. But
Dante
Mike calls him Da Vinci.
Da Vinci, he's an artist in the defensive game. Da Vinci
The
Chenzo.
artist of the defensive game.
That boy was doing his thing. And then let's go. So Atlanta, great game. It was great to beat our rival, our nemesis. Great to see Trae Young not have something over us.
Here you go, Trey.
Yeah.
Take that. Fucking bastard, you big-headed bastard.
Yo, someone said, yo, you ever seen the meme that they show Trae Young looks like a lollipop? They stuck
With
to
the hair
lollipop
on it.
the floor.
Yo, I've seen plenty of them.
Yo, memes is crazy. But I'm glad we got that one. So off our nemesis. On to the next game. Great game by that. Great players. We went to that. Now we go to the Boston Celtics game. That was our first game in. When we played against Boston Celtics, Boston came ready. They rested all their players. The game before that, when we played them in the preseason, they had almost a week to really play and tune up. They had another game prior to us that they tuned up. It was a boo-boo game, a boo-boo team. I'm not going to say all that, but they came in ready to play. I give them props on it. They came in, they did their thing. But even in that game, I thought we did well. Porzingis, which for all that, we kept coming back and we almost had the game. They played well. But Porzingis is not playing 37 minutes. He played 37 minutes. You know damn well Porzingis ain't playing 37 minutes per game for the whole season. They threw him out there 38 minutes for Jason Tatum. They needed all of it. We needed all of that. And all that, and they did right. They did good.
I mean, with the Celtics, I mean, they got 4 All-Stars, maybe 5. Yeah, I mean, you got Brown, you got Tatum, you got Porzingis, you got Holiday. I mean, all of these guys were All-Stars, and we still, like you said, we battled. Yeah, I mean, I think Mitch could have played a lot tougher defense on Porzingis. That's where I was a little hung up. You know, I mean, we was just letting them, like, Mitch should know that he got to play Porzingis on the line. I mean, he came back and lit it up. You got to play him on that 3-point line and lock him down, use some anticipation. You play him up on D, you know what I mean? I don't know what it was, but Porzingis definitely got to get his defense up against those caliber of point guards, because, I mean, the league is changing.
No, I hear you on that. But on that game, he was helping everybody who was getting cooked other than Porzingis. So he was, in that game, he's helping.
Yeah.
Brunson was getting cooked by, what's his name? Anderson.
It goes back.
Derek White. So, you know, and then Drew Holiday. So those are tough matchups for Brunson. You had Drew Holiday, he had a guard. Derek White, who's like 6'6", 6'7", playing the point guard. So those are tough matches for him. And when he was getting burnt, you know, Mitch is out there, he had to recover. And even when he was playing Pritchard is grimy on there. So that was a tough cover for Jalen Brunson, plus trying to produce. Jalen Brunson had a rough game as the first game. He only had 15 points. So tough altogether. RJ Barrett had 24 points. He had 1 steal, 2 assists, 5 rebounds. Randall had 14 points. He was minus 13, but he still had 7 assists, 11 rebounds. So he still had a double-double, 34 minutes. Mitchell Robinson had a tough game. He only had 2 points, no blocks, 2 steals, 6 rebounds, 3 offensive, 3 defensive. Emmanuel Quickley, that was the game you were talking about. He had a good game. He had 24 points. He had 4 assists. He had 6 rebounds. So he did good, 1 steal. He played really good that game, 28 minutes, but he played almost 30 minutes. That's a lot of minutes for him out there. But it was a tough game. It was good. They needed all that. They needed everybody to
IQ was the hot hand for that game. You know what I mean? So Tibbs had to ride him that many minutes. Pause. You know what I mean? But yeah, definitely IQ did his thing on that game, and it just goes back, you know, to the point me and Two Shots are saying, when we're playing these lengthy teams, we're having a problem. Like they're hovering over JB on offense. They're hovering over Grimes. You know what I mean? And then Grimes has the task of guarding these all-stars. You know what I mean?
It's not scripted.
You know what I mean? These top tier, top 5, you know what I mean? And like I said, these are, even though they just came together, I mean, it's basketball. These guys are going to play their game. They kept going to I mean, they was playing one-on-ones. They was like taking turns on each one of our players. You know what I mean?
And just as I've been tough
playing team ball.
Just as I've been tough on Grimes, I got to give him props in that game as well. He had 11 points. He was 4 for 7 from the floor, so he was 57% from the floor. He was 3 of 6 from threes. He had 50%, and he had the toughest task to guard Jaylen Brown, who he held Jaylen Brown to only 11 points, where Jason Tatum had 34, Kristaps had 30. So Grimes gets props on that. So we know the defensive part he's really good at. We can just get that offense to turn around, but props on that. He had a great game. Tough night for Mitchell because he was guarding Kristaps. That's something new that they were looking. Plus he had Horford. Plus he was on help defense. But overall, a good game. They had 78 points at the half.
Yeah.
It was insane. They had 78 points at the half. All that to only win 108-104. They beat us by barely 4 points with overtime.
We're definitely the comeback kids. Yeah, I mean, like we definitely lock it down and get those stops and be able to come back from these deficits. So I definitely tip my hats off to them. Yeah, I mean, because Boston's a 1 or 2 seed. Yeah, I mean, but if the chemistry gets better, we execute better at the line, you know what I mean? And Mitch start getting back to his nickname, Block Ness Monster. That's why Embiid feared him. That's why everybody in the league feared him when he first came in. So he has to reinstill that fear, even though he does change a lot of these guards and he does change their options, but we got to get back to being that threat.
Now, out of all the players so far, so early grades in the 3 games that we played within 4, again, 3 games in 4 nights or 5 nights. I think it was 5 nights. Was it 4 nights? That's still a lot. And 3 top teams. These are high caliber teams in a small amount of time to play. I'll say we played 48 minutes. I think everybody played 48 minutes. Some games we played better than others, but I think we were giving it our all in the 48 minutes for those 3 games. So I can understand the tired legs. They've been getting a lot of burn in these games here. Overall, I think we did really good. We played very good Knicks basketball. There could be areas that we could work on, turnovers and passes, but the fact that we played, go ahead. You were gonna say something?
No, I was thinking Didn't Tibbs in the Pelican game? Didn't he bring in Sims and Grimes?
Yeah, he bought in
Uh,
Sims for a couple of minutes.
yeah, we gotta like when we're playing these other teams. I know Sims can't give you too much on offense, and or maybe have Mitch and Hartenstein with Randall in that lineup. Like something had like we have to find a solution to the tall teams.
I can see that. I think it's still early enough.
I
But
mean, sorry. I mean, I think, of course, the solution is actually us executing better at the threes. Because if we're bringing all these tall teams out in the line, yeah, I mean, if we were executing a lot better on threes, I think that'll be a different poison a pig for these tall teams, and these guys got to get those fucking threes up there.
they just got to make them. They're getting them up there, but they have to make the shot. They have to be.
That
Yeah.
yeah, that'll be the point of being a shooter.
And
Like
ball
I mean,
movement too. Ball movement and assists. That'll get the big men running, get them out from camping in the lane. So those are things that I think we can see that'll take away from these games that we lost. That they can look at film, ball movement, assists, and the turnovers. Those things that were plaguing us overall. Free throws first game of trying to get into the season. I can I can see
I
that.
mean,
Right.
I mean, from okay, I'm doing an analysis, right? I'm going back to training camp, the start of the season, all of that, and a lot of the topic and the you know a lot of our players echo what Tibbs' thoughts are. Yeah, I mean, and what he wants to execute. Yeah, I mean, they tell you subliminally, and a lot of them were talking about playing at a faster pace. You know what I mean? Actually, but we're not seeing those results because if you got Brunson out there, I mean, you gotta as soon as you get that ball, you should be trying to throw it down the court. People running, we're not. That's not. You know what I mean? Fast pace, beating the defense to the opposite side. You feel what I'm saying? If JB's not going to that Steph Kerr theory, which was his coach for the summer. I mean, it's hot potato. Let's get the hot potato going and stop letting the shit burn through your fucking hands, and let's play faster. Let it, not let it sit in your hand.
Yeah, I think we've seen elements of it. I think for the most part, I mean, being Randall pushing forward, you're seeing some of it. As you were saying, what they're repeating, what coaches saying to them, that they're reiterating day by day, and each day get better. So they can use some of this to get better. The first game we played, we scored 126, so we got up there in points. The other game we scored 108, and then against New Orleans, we scored, I think it was 96 or 86.
86.
87.
I think 80 something. We didn't get over 90.
It was 87 to 96. So, but with all the turnovers, 18 turnovers, only 19 assists, you can see what affected there. So we have opportunities, but overall, I like how we played. We were playing, for the most part, fast paced or pushing the ball. Weren't just pounding the ball. So I liked overall how we played the last couple of games, and I see the outlook for us. We should be good. If we get Grimes to get into some kind of rhythm, Jalen Brunson pass allowed to Mitch, please. 3 a game. Pretty simple. But other than that, I like how we played so far. 1 and 2 is not too great to start the season, but overall, I liked our effort in the games on there.
I do agree with you. I did see little sneak peek ball movement in the Pelicans game. It was towards the end of it. I saw more. They were trying That's what it was. They were overthinking. They were overpassing. Yeah, I mean, but I don't know. They'll get it together.
Yeah, now overall for the 3 games, I like what I've seen. I love the fight in each game. I love the fight in each game. Some games more than others, we had poor execution or trying too hard or doing too much. I was more thinking, or it was more just thinking rather than letting the game come to you. So that's where I saw some of the errors. We were thinking too much and not letting the game come to us. I still see Julius not in game shape. Best player so far by far, or I won't say by far, but yeah, I'll definitely say that. Mitchell Robinson. Mitchell Robinson came to play. He's a man amongst boys now. He's playing phenomenal this year. So I like what I'm seeing. Probably most improved. Him and RJ gonna fight for most improved this year.
Yeah, I'm calling RJ. I see Mitch, but definitely RJ. I see him as the most improved player coming out this summer.
So far, he's definitely earning that.
IQ as well. Sorry, no disrespect to IQ. IQ is lighting it the fuck up.
He did very good in Boston. The other 2 games, he was off a little bit. I think he's trying too hard. I think either the contract or feeling that he has to prove something and prove the money he's asking for. It's weighing on him. He's not saying it, but I think he's just doing too much and trying too hard. He just has to let the game come to him. He's too nice to have these inconsistent plays, and that's not like him. So I think he can step up, but he had 2 games where he was off quite a bit and had a couple of turnovers. But I expect a lot from IQ. I think he's gonna have a big year anyway. He just has to just relax a little bit. He's thinking too hard. Quentin Grimes he's too fast. You got to let the game come to you. He's forcing the shots or something, but the wide open shots, my goodness. So that's the only thing. But overall, I'll give it a good C+ is where we're at so far. We lost 2 games, so it's not too much. So I'll say it a C+. Overall, I like how we're playing. The execution of it has been not as great for me, though.
I agree with the grade, and I think a C is a good grade.
C.
Yeah, I mean,
C+ because of Mitch and RJ. The plus is Mitch and RJ. Definitely get a plus. I think Mitch has been the best player in the 3 games, and RJ is right behind him. RJ has probably been the most consistent, but the way Mitch is playing, not getting into foul trouble, phenomenal on offense, especially offensive rebounds and defense. The fact that he only got 1 foul in the game.
Nah, hats off.
I mean, that's something that he hasn't done in 4 years. In 4 years that he's been in the team, he's always been in foul trouble for the most part. He's had an average about 20-something games. Ihart was playing huge last year because Mitch was getting into foul trouble or hurt or something like that. So the fact that he's basically keeping Ihart out of the game because he's playing so well is that's off to Mitch.
And I think his free throw, you know what I mean, it's getting better.
3 or 4 in a game, that's
definitely. It's definitely, I'm telling you, he worked on it.
He said he's been working on it. That remember we were talking about it. Do we get in the game? Does get a jump shot? Get to the free throw first. Get them free throws flowing. If he's doing what he's doing now, and he gets even 60 to 60.
Oh, if he
70% from free throw. Now we're
his confidence. He'll definitely.
Now we talking. Now it's all right. Now we can trust, and maybe that's something that Brunson's like, yo, I don't want to give it to you if you're not going to make it from the line. Maybe that frees up Jalen Brunson to pass to Mitchell. All right, that's my rant.
Well, I mean, shit, Mitch is like 70% from that paint. So I mean, shit. Yeah, I mean, let's definitely get Mitch involved. I wanted us to play a lot better, and you know what I mean.
And Emangelo said the point too. Emangelo's talking about in the Boston game, even though they played bananas, they went crazy. We fought back. We you know, even with the struggles here and there, if we would hit free throws, we win that game. We were only down by 4, and we missed free throws. That was a good point, Emangelo. If we hit our free throws, we win that game.
Facts.
we'd have a different conversation. We'd be 2-1 now.
Well, what was the free throw and the team's overall perspective?
Let me look at what we have here for free throws.
I know we missed a lot.
We did. We were 14. We hit 14. We shot 26 free throws and we only hit 14. So we missed 12. We missed 12. So that automatically we would have been up by like 8. Had we hit.
Yeah.
So that was a lot. That was a big takeaway on that as well. So good call on that, Emangelo. So we did good overall. So there's positives that we could take away. Still early. There's a lot of info that we can take within these 3 games that Tibbs can look at, the players can look at, especially against top tier. So it's good that it was top tier talent. That it's not like a Charlotte or a team that's scrubby that you can't really take away. These are playoff teams that are playing pretty much in all cylinders for the most part, minus New Orleans. They had Alvarado and they had Troy Murphy, who wasn't in the game, who key players for them. But overall, they played good. Ingram, they played Ingram well. He had 9 turnovers. But some good stuff that we can take away to get better. So considering there were some things that we played bad and some things that we did good, as you were talking about, that you said the mantra they're taking with Tibbs, game by game, get better each game. There's opportunities that we can get better at. But the main point that I see that I liked is how we played each game. We played 48 minutes, and we pushed back even when we were down, we were losing. We kept fighting back. The fight is what I liked. I love
No, I definitely agree. But there was a lot of goofy shit going on with us losing the ball on the inbounds. There was like a lot of like
mental errors.
Mental errors, bro. Like it was horrible. It was horrible to watch. I mean, like you're throwing it to the crowd. I don't know what happened. I don't know what happened on that inbound. I mean,
Josh Hart was playing, took it back to quarterback days when he was just trying to go for a pass and missed the receiver. Gave them 2 points to score on there. But those are things that we can get better. And you know Tibbs is going to harp on that because he hates those.
Tibbs lost his voice. He lost his voice, bro. I'm telling you, he was 38 hot.
Yeah. So we need to get sponsored by hot sauce because Thibodeau's on fire. There's some Cholula sauce. But still some things to take away. So we're 1-2. Not that great a start the year, but we knew we had 9-10 games that are going to be really tough. A lot of stuff to work on, but I like our game. I like how we're playing, and I think that long term will reap more positive rewards for us as far as how we're playing. We can play 48 minutes, fight to the end. We'll be in more games than we'll be out of them. Considering the free throw, we could have won Boston. The turnovers and errors and overplaying New Orleans, we could have been 3-0. So there's stuff that we could have won and done better, but I like our 48 minutes of playing. That's my takeaway on that overall.
Yeah.
Any final thoughts that you think on any of the 3 games? Anything for any players that you see that you want to comment on or?
Well, my final thoughts is I want to apologize to the fans, the chat, and everybody that not that we haven't been consistent. We missed a few pods because we had a death in the family, you know what I mean? Our mother passed away. Just dealing with some things. So we're back at it. You know what I mean? We're going to be more consistent. This is season 2. Mike will be very upset because we didn't start off the podcast with season 2. Oh, yeah, you did. Season 2, episode 6. Sorry, you were on point. But yeah, our apologies for missing out. And final thoughts on the team. RJ, salute to you, salute to Mitch, salute to the whole team. You know what I mean? I think we'll get it together. And Tibbs is not gonna let anything slip from his fingertips. So I think he'll get it together. And that's about it. You know what I mean?
Yep, I agree with that. My takeaway, I like our gameplay. I like how we're playing. Again, I'm going to say that again. I think how we're playing is a winning style of basketball. The little intricacies in between, we can work those kinks out. But the fact that we played for 48 minutes for 3 games, even on the back-to-back, when most of it was really us, even though there was terrible referee calls, we still could have won the game, even with those atrocious calls. There was things that we could have done to win, that we shot ourselves in the foot. But 48 minutes, playing to the end, even when we were down double digits, we fall back in each game. I'm loving that. The R.J. Barrett and Mitchell Robinson, by far best players all year so far. It's only 3 games, but so far they've been the best, most consistent. Salute to you, Rar J, Bronze Man Barrett, and Mitchell. The blockness monster is back, 2 blocks a game. He's out there swatting flies, boy. So he's doing his thing. Them 2 by far are the best. Brunson's trying to keep his get back to his flow, but please find a pick and roll runner, man. Find the big man. Let's find the big man. Salute to Randall. My honorable mention to Randall, who's been finding his game, who has not been arguing with the refs, who's doing other things. He's pushing the pace of the ball. He's not slowing the rock down. So
looking like a veteran out there, showing leadership.
yep.
Yeah, I mean,
2
definitely.
veterans, 9 assists a game. So a lot of things that people harp on him and give him a lot of grief, you got to look at when he's doing good too. So it's not just always a negative. Those are big key factors for him too. For the last 2-3 years, it was Randall, crazy Randall, can't keep his emotions, can't do this. He turns over the ball. So turnover is still a work in progress. Some of those were bad. RJ threw it to someone in the third stand. A couple of bad passes that he ended up getting the turnovers, but some were bad. It wasn't all him. But salute to Randall, honorable mention on that. And Grimes, please, consistently, just work on open shot. You need more shots. After the game, RJ did it when he was struggling. He went after the game and put up 1,000 shots. You need to start doing that. Whatever it is you're doing, double and triple it up. Ain't no excuse for missing open shots. So
word, Grimes, listen up. Your bread and butter was being a sharpshooter, a sniper. That's what you was titled. You know what I mean? You retired your high school jersey. I would like you to channel your sniperism and keep that as option 1. We need that as your first option. I know you can slash. I know who you've been dealing with in the summer. Great. Snipe it from the 3 every time you get it. We're not having, these misses wide open.
yep.
A lot of the misses that you have were not contested. Keep that as number 1 and keep holding us down on defense. JB, look for the pick and roll option. Option number 1 for Jalen Brunson should be the lob, pick and roll, and then go to pick your poison 2, 3, 4, 5. You know what I mean? Mitch is the anchor. Reward him like my brother's been saying, like we've been saying here since season 1. You know what I mean? Reward the anchor. It's holding the ship down.
Mm-hmm.
When those waves get wavy, you know what I mean?
They're holding it down.
The anchor's holding it down.
I ain't got nothing more to say. I'm going to let that close right there. We appreciate you guys for tuning in. Salute to everybody. Replay gang, you watching, share, like, subscribe. You know we do it. We toasting this season to our mother. The whole season 2 is to Mom Dukes. Hey,
Facts.
rest until we couldn't get called up. Salute to the father. Appreciate you. Always giving us love and support. It's grace. And I love my brother. Appreciate you, my brother. All you did.
Same here, Brody.
Appreciate you guys. Yo, like and subscribe. Tell a friend to tell a friend and recommend. You know how we do it out here. And I got to keep telling y'all. Y'all know what to do. I mean, I really got to tell you. Hit the like, subscribe, put the thumbs up. Come on.
Yeah. Do that thing. Smack that. Smack that.
Dale una galleta, coñazo. Anyway.
Yo, I want to shout out to my brother. Good looking now. You did a horrible job, as always. Just kidding. Mike the Specialist, shout out in the background. You know what I mean? Shout out to the members that couldn't be here. Thanks to the chat, all our new subscribers. Thank you. Let's get us to 2,000 at least. You know what I mean? Season 2, let's get it 2 bands.
Take us out of here, Mangelo. Salute.
Yeah,
Forbes
man.
Films in the building. My God, what's good?
And I salute the new Knicks. Let's get it.
Shout out to the new Knicks.
The new Knicks, salute my guy.
The new Knicks, the organic podcast.
Uh-oh. Sounds like it's about to go down in here. Going down. New York City, NYC. Borough. Brooklyn, Staten in the Bronx. Manhattan, Queens, what you want? We want the Knicks. We want the Knicks. We want the Knicks. We want the Knicks. Brooklyn, Staten in the Bronx. Manhattan, Queens, what you want? We want the Knicks. We want the Knicks. This is for the win. We want the Knicks. New York City, New York, If the Knicks is in the Mecca, yeah, let me hear you give it up. The Knicks is in the Mecca, yeah.